Good morning, this is Joe with the Idaho Auction Barn and AAA Realty. We've got a fun one for you today. We're out here in Richfield, beautiful Richfield. Richfield's that way, about a mile. And great location, surrounded by a farm ground. We've got just a little less than 6 acres here, and you're gonna buy it lock, stock, and barrel. I'm gonna show you around just a little bit, some of the fun stuff that you got. One of the things, got a Clark front end loader, 35C, and there's a lot of stuff just everywhere. How about an Ingersoll Rand compressor, right? Some of these things we don't know for sure how long they've been sitting here. Some of it has been used. They were using the loader to move stuff around over the years. This little building right here was moved from the neighboring property, don't know how many years ago. But the fellow, when he moved it, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. What do we got? Allen Electric and Equipment, looks like a welder hiding in there maybe. Another welder down in here. But when he moved this building, this is kind of fun, old ladder. He loaded up all of his parts and everything in here. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see all those barrels. There's about 100 barrels here sealed. And as far as we know, they're all full. Let me see if there's one of them with the lid open. So that one there's full of bolts. That one's sealed. This one here's got some electrical cords. Most of these still have the seal on them. He sealed them all up, and there's got to be, 200, 300 barrels in here, and we don't know what's in it all. But whoever buys the property is going to get to find out. And there's a lot of parts and pieces and nuts and bolts and scrap. There's tons and tons of good scrap. There's a bunch of teeth, belts. So I'm going to put you on pause for a second and bring you out to the field. So I'm going to walk right across the way here. The road does split the property. It shows as one parcel, but we got the road through it. And on the other side of the road is where he has been collecting. He was an auction goer, and every deal he found, he bought and brought it over here. We got old cars, we've got tractors, we've got just a little bit of everything. Here's a Ford 600 flatbed. I remember my grandpa having one of those things on our land. Us boys played on that thing. That was our fort. We got the grader here. It was told that this was running last year. We don't know for sure, but that's what we were told. Got a Case 580 front loader. Backhoe here as well. There's a whole bunch of cars back over that way. I'll try and walk you through here a little bit. Old balers, boats. There's spring tines. I noticed a fun little car over here. What do we got? So right over here we got a Mercury, old Mercury sitting there. Looks like some sort of a old machine in the back, like a cat of some sort. Loader maybe? No, that's a swather, I think, part. Anyway, there's just and the scrap steel, guys, there is tons and tons of good scrap for recycling. Got old Ford pickups all up in here. This one right here belonged to a neighbor. That's getting pulled out, so that'll be gone. And I'll try and have an update picture for you a little bit later. There's just a couple things that they're keeping, but most everything I'm going to show you. Look at this whole, there's probably a couple tons of good scrap right there. Fairbanks horse pump. And so just now down on so this goes down the road, and the entire couple of acres here is just full of old trucks, cars, scrap, aluminum, tons and tons of aluminum. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm going to put you on pause for a second, get down the road just a little bit. Okay, how about an International 1086? There's another International back in the back. Got another Ford. You can see all the Fords down there. Some of them beat up a little bit. You can zoom in on this one. There's a golden oldie sitting there. Kind of fun. Of course, there's conveyor belt I can see out there. Here's a fun one. John Deere 7020 diesel. Doesn't look like it's in too bad a condition, guys. Cab's pretty decent, not all rusted out. Nice John Deere. How about this International? That one looks pretty nice. This old F-250 Ford Ranger has the factory lift kit on it. So that's a pretty rare one right there. Here's a nice little unit here. We got a Cat 212 and with the rock hammer on it. That's an expensive little piece right there, that rock hammer. Look at this big pile of pipe, aluminum pipe. Here's another John Deere tractor over on this side. That's a 4010. A bunch more pipe here. Alrighty, I'm going to time lapse up here. This pile here looks like he was getting it prepped for recycle. Over the years, things that he would buy it and get it ready. And what he was using, which is included in the sale, Cabelco excavator. So there's what's going to make the magic happen for you. You're buying this property, but you got the equipment to move it around, get it recycled. Hey, look at that fun little International truck back there. All the way back. As you can see, well, there's some fill dirt. They said this this excavator should run. It hasn't run for the last couple months. They haven't done anything with it, but it was what they were using to move everything around here. These cars here, looks like he kind of piled them up for scrap. Kind of a shame, some of them, because there's looks like that was a Mercedes 300D on the top. Most of this down here is just recycle. Hey, Ferguson. Down here a little ways, if I could find it, there was a dirt mover. There's a hopper. Lots and lots of aluminum. There's a bunch of battery cores. He just had this. This was going to be his retirement, I think. He was going to start recycling all this. Well, you're going to get to buy the whole shebang. Great, beautiful piece of property. Okay, I've been showing you the property, but let me just show you the view here. In every direction. It is a gorgeous day today. Absolutely phenomenal. Here we got some wheel lines. These look like they're all pretty good wheel lines that they were using. They got parked over here. Got the water coming through. Heston swather. There we go. Here's a golden oldie. That old cat earth mover. There you go. Get that thing running. Have some fun with it. All the way down to those wheel lines as well. So I'm going to pause it and bring you up to the house, kind of show you around a little bit. Okay, I'm back up at the house. Guys, this house, we're assigning no value to it. I think the front door's locked. It's an old farmhouse, and it's got issues and problems. We're not going to insinuate that it's redeemable or not. All of these sheds are full of parts and pieces. The Kubota is not included, that you see there. Sprayer. There's tools everywhere. That truck, the flatbed, is not included. Oh, hey, here's a little Ford tractor. That's included. Got a four-wheeler in here. This little shop, these shelves back here are full of air filters and parts and pieces, oil filters, a lot of them new, for all the equipment and stuff that he's had over the years. So we got a regular parts warehouse in here. A little engine, compressor. A little camper here. There's a mobile home over there that is pretty well shot. So in the house, I can feel when I'm walking through it, the floors are uneven. You know, we've had some settling and sagging. I mean, he was living here. You can kind of see right here where things have settled. But it's got a bathroom, and he did have the representative had the toilet working. I don't know if we can get down here to see anything. It's a rubble rock. It's a rubble rock foundation that goes down. That's a 6-foot ladder, and so it's got a pretty deep basement crawl space, but it needs some work. Just need to jack it up and drive a new house underneath it. Back here is just kind of a little lean-to porch, and this was his workshop inside on the back porch. Just tools everywhere. Scrap, recycling, just a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and I think that's just about everything on this property, guys. The value's in the land. And I know some of you are saying that's just nothing but a bunch of stuff out there, but there's some good items. There's a lot of recycling. You're going to find, who knows what kind of fun stuff you're going to find going through this. And again, you're buying it lock, stock, and barrel. One of you ranchers got a few teenage boys, needs a summer job, make some money, here you go. Oh, hey, how about a motorhome? But a beautiful piece of land, great opportunity. If you got questions, give me a call. Look forward to seeing you online.